In light of recent events in Attack on Titan Season 4, may her potato-loving, innocent soul rest in peace. I thought a video in dedication to her would be most fitting this week. And in my research about Sasha, I found a piece of information about Attack on Titan from a while back actually. From 2017 when Season 2 aired that just makes everything all the more sad in hindsight. But of course, when it rains, it pours. For any anime-only watchers who just got their heart broken this past Sunday, I've got some even worse news for you. Sasha was actually always meant to die. Except Isayama actually planned on killing her all the way back in Season 2, but couldn't because his editor was crying his eyes out and begged him not to. Yeah, let that sink in. But it looks like Isayama just couldn't help himself and just bided his time instead, waiting for an actually even more emotional time to do it, at the end of an arc that has been mainly filled with success. Mass killing of innocent civilians, yeah, but success in the broader scope of things, maybe. I don't know if he got like a new editor or something, or the one from Season 2 just accepted her fate, but it looks like Sasha's cruel destiny was always bound to happen one way or another. So Sasha was originally supposed to die all the way in chapter 36, which translates to that part of Season 2 where she goes back to her hometown and saves the child who saw her mother get eaten by a mindless titan. Mind you, this was the second episode of the second season. Like, that's a really early death. That's before we even knew that Reiner and Bertholdt were Titan shifters, or Ymir was a Titan shifter actually. Upon reading the storyboard for this chapter, the editor actually admitted to crying in the bathroom afterwards because he couldn't handle it. I mean, can you blame him? Don't lie. You did the same thing. Don't be ashamed. If Sasha were alive, I think she would have wanted you to embrace the tears. And this was the first episode, or chapter, I guess, where we saw all of the attention directed towards Sasha, a side character and pretty small side character up until this point. We got to see that she's actually badass behind, the potato-eating face that we love to see anyway. And the editor then persuaded Isayama to keep her around because it didn't feel like the right time to do so, which I agree with. There really isn't much magnitude to this point in the story, Right after the huge final arc of Season 1, finishing up everything with Annie, killing off a character right after that in the middle of nowhere to a mindless titan when she doesn't even have her gear, it just seems kind of unfair. It's just a big nerf to any member of the Survey Corps. I guess it would be a testament to her dedication to defeating the Titans. Sacrificing her life for the young child would certainly be a good demonstration of that, but again, I think there really wasn't enough time to build up who she was as a character up until this point. Granted, she hasn't had a lot of character development after that either, but, I think waiting, letting fans love her more, and finding a better time to include her death would feel more natural and more important to the actual story, because it definitely was integral to the end of the Invasion of Marley arc and what's going forward. I talked about this a lot in my last video about Eren becoming the villain, check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But Sasha's death in Season 4 has actually become the catalyst for the Survey Corps losing their faith in Eren. The fact that he dragged them to Marley into a war that he declared and lost Sasha because of it is a sacrifice that no one was ready to handle. I mean, Armin, Mikasa, that was literally all of us on Sunday afternoon. They loved her as well. Considering how many people have been lost over the course of Attack on Titan, and how few of the original Survey Corps recruits remain, all of whom are actually now on that blimp, I think that each person surviving after the Battle of Shiganshina was like family to each other. Long ago, they all did lose their families to Titans, and I think that honestly her death here is a pretty poetic callback to the chapter when Sasha was first meant to die. Sasha and Connie both returned to their abandoned hometowns at this point, and it just reminds us that there's nothing left for them there. All they have is each other at this point. And to lose Sasha because of someone who you felt trusted and believed in this familial bond it's terrible. And the fact that it's Sasha, the most innocent character, basically the one person who has never really done anything wrong, just makes it all the more sad and kind of mean on Isayama's part. Now, to end this video off, I wanted to have a little memorial to Sasha, so enjoy. I thought that we should have something like this to send off a character beloved by everyone. I miss you, Sasha. As always, this has been the Anime Culture Corner. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future in-depth show, manga, and character analyses.